a lot of things that aren't really like on the job description. So trying to think of an example, can't off the top of my head. But for example, being a trustee of the union is quite a big deal, and it's not something that's normally publicised when you're like running for the role. You tend to run the role for your manifesto, and your manifesto points want nothing to do with that. And you get to the role, you're like, oh my god, I'm a trustee of a union. That's like such a huge deal. So that's been good. I'm working with the women's officer on the safe zones, because we've relaunched them and publicising them a bit more. So it's all about student safety. We also launched a student safety survey, so hopefully seeing through the recommendations of that. And then general stuff like the NSS boycott with the education officer, I think it's going to be a big focus of a lot of people. And then interfaith work is something that I'm still working a lot on. So I fundamentally disagree with the using of G4S, so I can't actually claim that it has made the street safer. I think all it has done is that I've looked at the recordings and I've been able to see like what they recorded, and most of the time it was just street parties was what they were doing. It was just kind of saying, oh, could you turn the volume down? So I don't think that's necessarily making it safer, but there were reports of the fact that they did help some vulnerable students, so some students that maybe got a bit too drunk or something, so they helped them, like took them home. So that's like, yeah, potentially there they did something, but in general, no, I think we have to be really clear, and I think the university would agree with you in saying that they were not here to make the streets safer. That was not why they were brought in. It was for noise control, really. I think it's a rocky one, but I think it's hard because I think you're always going to have some students that are going to cause trouble, and you're always going to have some residents that will, no matter what, will constantly complain. They are the same. They will always have something to have an issue about with students. So I think what the wider issue is about how do we just best the relationship between those that are willing to have that better relationship? A lot more, a considerable amount more. It all comes down to education. So if students before they sign their leases know actually what their rights are, it's really important so that when they are facing issues with landlords, they actually have a leg to stand on rather than being like, oh, I don't actually really know what my rights are, or my landlord's probably like, right, if he's not fixed this within this many days, or it's, whatever, I can't bother. And things like, not paying the deposit back, like, that's literally illegal, and like a lot of students either don't know that, so they don't get their deposit back, or they can't be bothered with the hassle because they just think, it's actually easier to lose that money than to try and like get the money. And it's just about publicising the fact that you get to know your rights essentially, which is a big campaign that the advice centre downstairs are trying to do, and I'm trying to help them with and publicising a bit more. I think the timing of it was quite good. It was kind of after the whole, election went well. So I think the timing was needed more than ever. And I think it was quite important to hold, because I just think, for me, the reason that I brought interfaith into the university, into the students' union, is that we have a lot of liberation stuff going on, and we have a lot of different people represented, but there's no faith representation, which is why I brought it in, because I just thought, I know as a person of faith how important that is to me. That was a manifest pledge of mine, and I think it was harder than I thought it was going to be. I genuinely thought it would be very much about putting myself out there, making myself personal, but actually it turns out that that's not as easy. But it's about reaching out to those students that actually aren't probably walking into this building and probably don't know about the SU. So we've been like having stalls in different places with like material on there saying like what campaigns we're doing, just talking to random students. So that's been going okay. But we're planning on, and I say okay because we haven't reached out to that many, but we're relaunching it for the second semester with like goodie bags, for example. Because we just kind of found that like when you stand in there in a store in a random building, not many people stop because it's just a bit odd to stop. But now if you have like freebies on the table, most people stop. I wouldn't look at it that way. I would just say that the low turnout just kind of, unfortunately, represents like the national kind of consensus of low turnout in elections in general. But I don't feel that anyone feels that we don't have a mandate, because I think we're still elected on quite a high majority. Like there's still quite a, in terms of like comparing to other universities, we still have quite a high turnout in terms of that. Whilst it is yes a low turnout in terms of actual all the students in the role, I wouldn't say that's to criticise our kind of mandate or anything, because we still had enough students kind of electing us to say that actually, what they wanted is here, so we're here really. I think there are some students, the ones complain about the no platform, the safe space policies and that kind of thing, that say that we probably just feed into that lefty kind of NUS left narrative politics kind of stuff. But I think that is overruled by the fact that we know the reason we're doing it, and we know the people that we're doing it for, and they take priority over those because it's about their safety and well-being, and that's more important than pleasing somebody who's annoyed at our left politics. It's one that's not been mentioned actually, but the interfaith committee and stuff like that, one of the issues that came up was that we've had a Muslim chaplain at the university for the past 3-4 years, who's been working for free. He's not been paid a single penny, and for the first time we were told that actually in September that he wouldn't be needed anymore, that they were going to remove him, because we have St. Peter's chaplaincy where you have a Christian chaplain, and we were told that he could do the job for all like religions, so that he'd be good enough. So I ended up having to actually start a petition to say that I don't mind having a Christian chaplain, but to say that the Muslim students should go to a Christian chaplain for advice doesn't really fit. So for the first time ever now, the university have recognised the need for an honorary Muslim chaplain. So yeah, that happened. And if you're just genuinely interested in kind of the community work type thing, it's a really, really good role to go for, to kind of better those relationships.